Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Tech Tuesdays. This is your host Roy, and today we'll be reviewing this Samyang 75mm 1.8 lens, which is a compact and affordable portrait lens for Sony's mirrorless full-frame cameras. But before we get to the video, as always guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. We made an unboxing video of this lens, so do check it out in case you haven't already. I'll leave a link for it in the description below or an annotation here somewhere. This lens has a very unique 75mm focal length, which puts it somewhere in the middle of the 50 and the 85mm more popular focal lengths. Personally, I quite like this 75mm because sometimes I find that the 85mm can be a bit too close. When you hold the lens, you'll notice just how compact and light it is. The lens weighs just 230 grams, which is only a little bit more than the Sony 50mm 1.8, which weighs 186 grams. It is also a very slim lens, which is very unique because generally lenses around this focal length tend to have a little bit of bulk to them. I also really like how this lens looks, especially on my Sony a7 III. Talking of build quality, the lens body is plastic, but it does have a metal mount at the back and a 58mm filter thread at the front, so this tells you just how slim this lens is. Now this lens is well made, but it can't take a beating like some more expensive lenses, which I think is reasonable given the price. Talking of price, this lens is priced at 32,000 rupees, which is quite affordable for a 1.8 aperture portrait lens. It comes with a lens hood as well as a sturdy travel case. The image quality is very impressive. There was a time when lenses were not sharp wide open, but that's a thing of the past. This lens is sharp all the way from f1.8 in the center. The corners are a bit soft, but that starts getting better from f2.8 onwards. Even the vignetting and the aberrations are well controlled throughout the aperture range. The reason I got this 75mm lens is for the 1.8 aperture. Firstly, because I want to shoot in low light and the wide aperture lets in more light. And secondly, for the bokeh. Good bokeh is very pleasing to look at, especially for portraits, and this lens produces very nice bokeh. It's soft and creamy, and I really enjoyed shooting portraits with this lens. The autofocus is an area where this lens performed a lot better than I expected. Considering it's a budget lens, the autofocus was quick and precise. Even in low light, the lens was locking focus really well. The subject tracking works really well with very little hunting or lag. Even with the subject moving across the frame, the autofocus was able to keep up really well and didn't lose focus at all. Seriously guys, for this price, I'm so impressed with how well the autofocus performed. A unique feature of this lens is a mode switch at the side where you can choose between two modes. Choosing mode 2 gives you the ability to change aperture using the focus ring. Now the focus ring does not have any clicks, so I found that it's quite easy to accidentally change the aperture even if you didn't want to. Now Samyang have said that they will add the ability to customize these mode switches in firmware updates. One limitation, and this is similar to the Samyang 45mm that I reviewed earlier, is the absence of weather sealing. Now this is not a huge deal breaker if you don't shoot outdoors a lot or in extreme conditions, but it is something that you should keep in mind if you're considering buying this lens. I think this lens offers great value for money, especially if you consider the other alternatives out there, like the Sony 85mm 1.8, which costs about 55,000 rupees. So, for 32,000 rupees, I think this is a great option. I highly recommend this lens, especially if you're looking for a portrait lens for your Sony mirrorless cameras. That's all for this video guys. I hope you found this review helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and don't forget to like and share this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.